Greetings, dear viewers. Look at that decked out M4 in my hands there, and of course the armor and helmet that I'm wearing. I'm pretty decked out in this particular video. This is post commentary, by the way, but the weapon that I'm using is an M4 that Battlestate Games actually gave out to. I'm not sure if they gave it out to everybody or just people who were signed up at the time or what have you. I don't know what their criteria was, but during the holidays, they gave out this weapon and a bunch of other nice things as gifts. And rather than just hold on to it in my stash the entire time and just, rather than just hold on to it for a really long amount of time, I decided to go ahead and take it out into the factory once I got hold, through a quest reward, of some good armor. So I decided to bring it into the factory. And I am actually watching this right along with you folks, because I didn't do a full watch of this. It was difficult to aim at that scav because him being so close, it forced me to point my gun upward, which is the thing I think they should address. But yeah, I didn't do a full watch of this after recording it, so I'm kind of commentating on the fly here and just sort of watching this along with you folks right now. So this is actually kind of cool, but this is a really fun gun. The M4 is widely considered to be probably, maybe, the best weapon in the game, or one of the best weapons in the game. Look at this guy sitting here by the safe with his pistol. Woo! And here I do a manual check of my magazine. It says less than half down there in the lower right, so I load up a new mag. Now you may wonder why I did that instead of just pressing tab. Well, sometimes pressing tab hitches the game for just a fraction of a second, and I didn't want, in this really tense situation, to have some potential frame drops. So instead of pressing tab, I just press Alt-T or Shift-T. I don't know which one it was, or which one it is right now. At the time of this commentary, I'm obviously new in game, but it's either Shift-T or Alt-T. Will let you pull out the magazine, and your PMC, your character, will give an estimate based on the weight of the magazine of how much ammunition is left in there. So I saw less than half, which is why I reloaded, and then when I felt like I was a little bit more clear, I went into the inventory and loaded the magazine back up. But yeah, this is a really cool weapon. It's widely regarded to be one of the best weapons, but it's all personal preference in this game, or so it feels like. I'm not sure if that's actually the case. There may actually be a best weapon. I'm not sure, but this gun is very stable. It does a lot of damage, and this is the gun that Battlestate Games, they gave out 2 guns and a weapon case and a bunch of other things. I have a really decked out AKM in my inventory as well, or in my stash as well, that came right alongside this M4. But I did actually take a few things off of this M4. It had more things on it than this. It had a scope and a flashlight. I took those off to make the gun a little bit more easy to wield, because that thing matters. That kind of stuff matters in this game. The ergonomics of the weapon and the weight of it change how the gun handles and how fast you turn, like left and right, and look up and down. So, like, the ergonomics of your weapon, there are a lot of things to balance on it that you can put as preference for your gun. And I took the scope off because I'm in factory. I'm not really going to use it. Plus, I don't really like how sometimes when you aim down sights with a scope, it causes some frame lag. I don't use scopes all that much in this game, and it was just kind of getting in the way in my field of view. So I took the scope off. I'm going to sell it. I took the flashlight off because that just added more weight. Although it can be useful, flashlights can be useful. I do actually like them on weapons. And I moved the backup sight, which is the sight I'm currently using, to the back of the weapon, which is right there at the top, to the back and top of the rail there, so I can use it as an actual reflex sight. Use it as a red dot. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of cool for me to go back and actually be able to watch. Sometimes, oh, there goes my cell phone. Sometimes, and maybe even normally, I'll watch a whole video through and in my head kind of make a list, or kind of get a feel for the high points or some bullet points. Bullet points, it's a shooter game, no pun intended. But kind of get like a list of things, highlights really, in my own, fresh in my mind. And then I'll do a live commentary so I know when I can comment on things. But this time around, I'm just now doing a full wash through of it right here alongside you folks, and that's a lot of fun. Oh, I hear somebody open up. That's why I came up here. I heard him, and I apologize if my commentary covered it up, but there were some filing cabinet sounds that I heard, and that's why I rushed up there, broke that door down, and took that dude out, because he was looting those filing cabinets. Now, I could be doing a lot more looting, but I want to make sure that I'm clear first. I don't want to be snuck up on by any hatchlings or Maybe even other geared players or scavs or anything like that. It's a pretty angry scav out there right now. I do like the laser sight. Oh, I forgot my rig. That's right. I organized this player's rig right here. I put my stuff in his rig and forgot to take it off of him. That's how come I don't have any ammo for a reload. There we go. Now I've got the rig on me. I've got all my stuff back on me, basically. Well, all my ammo. I think that's a hatchling?
Get back!
Oh, and that's me using my voice hotkey.
Get the hell out. Fall back.
I'm telling him to get back right now. Because I think he's a hatchling. And that wasn't him, that was a scav. That was aiming at him, or aiming at somebody out there. And I think it's at this point, some player... Yeah, there we go. The guy rushes in there to try and loot that body. Puts himself right in my line of fire there. Or right in my line of sight so I can fire on him. I'm trying to cover this door. That scav is talking a lot, and so I decided to yell. Actually, I just hit my F12, which for me is mumble. It's F1 for most players. Well, it's F1 by default, but I mapped it back over to F12. Or I mapped it over to F12. And my dude decided to just yell.
Get the hell out!
That's a very talkative scav. It's a player over there. Just went prone. I'm checking my health. He hasn't dealt a lot of damage to me. There we go. I'm thinking that's a player. I think so. Couldn't tell from here if that was PMC or scav, and if it was a scav, I still feel like it might have been a player. It was a PMC, obviously. It was a player. Kind of running low on ammo at this point, right? Like, we can see my spare ammo. All my spare ammo is now in that 60 round magazine, and I've got 30 rounds in this mag. So I got like 72 rounds total right now. So I'm, right now in my head, what I'm thinking is I gotta take that guy out, but that stirs up a bee's nest of scavs. Oh, I got my leg blown out here. Yeah, I remember this part. This part sucks. Well, none of this really sucks, but I'm just having fun playing the game, man. I think a lot of people forget that. Oh, that's definitely a player. Scavs don't fire that fast. That's a player with a pistol or something, or maybe an SKS firing that quick. But I think a lot of people forget about that part. There goes that guy. And then he dashes off behind that corner. There's a little opening over there, apparently. Or was that him? No, I think the other guy got away. I think that was a scav. But yeah, I think a lot of people forget that this is a game. So people, I mean, it's just a video game. People tend to get caught up on the little things, and they get frustrated, especially with hardcore games like this. But if you really look at it, you're just playing a game, you're just having a good time. This is your leisure time, you're having fun. It's a video game. So even though while in the game some things like, oh man, I got my leg blown off, that sucks, it doesn't really suck, does it? You're just playing a video game, you're having fun, it's part of the experience. You gotta look at things like that, man, because that's the reality of it, it's the truth. I'm just having fun with this new gun. Like I said, you got to bring this stuff. I think I got him with a headshot that first shot, so I kind of wasted bullets there. So right now, what I'm thinking, I tried to say this earlier, but right now what I'm thinking in my head is like, I need to find a way to loot. Like, I need to get something out of this run, right? I need to get some loot, I need to get some dog tags, I need to get some money, I need to maybe loot some filing cabinets. I need to do something other than just run around and take out every conceivable threat, because the factory has conceivable threats everywhere, as you can tell. There's threats all over the place. There's players, there's scavs, there's player scavs. Yeah, and there's all kinds of stuff going on everywhere. You've got to take some risks and like loot something, like a safe or a filing cabinet, or stop and loot some of the opponents you've taken out, and stuff like that. Or maybe loot one of those green crates. You got to do something to get something out of it, unless you're here for a mission. And I have come here for missions before. Or at least one or two, yeah. I have come here for a mission for it. Then, in that case, do your mission and get out if that's all you're here to do. But in this case, I'm just playing around with this M4. I'm just having fun. That's my goal here. So I guess eliminating opponent after opponent is fine. Oh, that was a long fall. Oh no. Oh, I just pulled the trigger. I have no ammo left. That's right, I'm out of ammo in my M4. I'm completely out of ammunition. I didn't bring enough, I guess. I guess I underestimated just how many rounds I would be firing. Yeah, I'm completely out. 0 in the gun, 0 in my spare mag, 0 in the vest. So now I've got my pistol out, and I'm trying to extract, and I'm looking for an extraction point that I can actually open. I don't have a factory key. Those who play Escape from Tarkov know what that is. Quick synopsis, it allows you to open up any of the exits in the stage, but if you don't have one, only 1 or 2 of the exits, I think, are available to you. And I'm not familiar enough with factory to know, Oh no, and I'm out of ammunition in the pistol, and I'm not familiar enough in factory to know exactly what route to take to get to gate 0, which I think is the one that is always open to everybody, or to all PMCs. I'm not sure if scavs have the same thing with gate 0 or not. I'm not. I know one of these gates is one of these exit gates is always open, and I don't know the exact route there. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, at this stage, I'm trying to get to that extraction. I have to fight this guy in melee. Oh, and he gets out his hatchet too, up close, and he does actually end up eliminating me from that. After all of that, Oh, I should have scrolled down in the kill list there to see how many PMCs and how many scavs I took out there, because that was fun. That was really cool. So yeah, this one does end with me actually getting eliminated instead of extracting, which is perfectly fine, because I'll go on to continue to play more Factory and more Escape from Tarkov. It's not a big deal, right? It's nothing permanent, right? It's just a video game, and that's how you have to look at these sorts of things. I had a blast. I had a really good time. And there's been talk lately of this term called gear fear, where people are afraid of losing their gear. They get this really good stuff and they hold on to it for basically forever, but they just keep it in their stash, and they treat it like they're precious, like they don't ever want to lose it, so they just leave it sitting there in their stash. You can't do that. You got to get your really good stuff, and you got to bring it in. You got to take it in, because it's fun to do. That's what it's there for. And it's not like you can't replace this stuff either. Like, if I want to, at some point, I can get another M4 and work my way up to building up another good one. All sorts of stuff, man. It gives you a goal. It's just really fun to be able to bring in all that really cool stuff. And that is exactly why BSG, Battlestate Games, that's exactly why they gave it to us. So we can go in there and have fun with it. Go play with it. Doesn't matter if you lose it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. You got to have fun with it. That's the thing. I didn't lose an M4 here. I gained a really fun run. And in my case, I gained a really fun video. So yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic to be able to do that kind of thing. I did have fort armor. I had a kiver or kiver. I don't know how you would pronounce it. Helmet. So I had really good armor. I had a really good gun. And guess what? I had a really good time. And that's the important thing. Right there. And like I said, I'm going to go on to play more Tarkov. I'm going to bring out that really decked out AKM again, maybe for another video, maybe another factory run with it. Hopefully it's as action-packed as this one. But yeah, this was a whole lot of fun. That will do it for this particular video. Hope you folks enjoyed this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.